Okay, so we're just going to talk about this guy right here. We're just going to talk about Simu Liu and how insufferable he is. Simu Liu claims Asian representation is appalling in Hollywood as K. Hui. I'm mispronouncing that name. He played in Loki. He also played the smart kid in Goonies. So yeah, iconic. Michelle Yeoh and others thrive in the box office in holiday blockbusters. So, ironically, Simu Liu is back in the headlines. This time, not for a movie role, a major franchise announcement, or any other real industry victory, but for another public outburst about Asian representation in films. Which again, his last most of the times he's been in headlines the last few years, it's because he's whining about something, whining like a child about something. In a recent meltdown on Threads, oh, he's on Threads? Oh, shocker. Liu blasted Hollywood for what he calls a backslide of Asian representation, labeling the situation effing appalling, and insisting studios view Asian performers as risky. And here's his tweet, or his post. Put some Asians in literally anything right now. The amount of backslide in our representation on screen is effing appalling. Studios think we're risky. Minari farewell, past lives, everything, everywhere. Crazy rich Asians, Shang-Chi, every single one a financial success. No Asian actors ever lost a studio even close to $100 million, but a white dude will lose. But Liu's indignation arrives at a strange moment because while he's sounding alarms on social media, Asian actors across Hollywood are thriving in some of the biggest movies of the year, from Michelle Yeoh and Bowen Yang in Wicked for Good to Kei Hui Kwan continued rise to Jackie Chan returning in Rush Hour 4 and Karate Kid Legends, plus a huge influx of Japanese movies and TV. It's clear that Asian representation isn't collapsing. If anything, it's having another mainstream boom. And off the get-go, I'm not going to read this whole entire article because it's clearly a long one, but I just want to say this. Let's just be crystal clear. The reason why Simu Liu is whining about this is because he's not getting any major roles. He does not give a damn about Asian representation. He does not give a damn about any representation. He cares about what he gets him money. And he's not a likable actor. He's not super talented. He doesn't put really much effort into the roles besides just acting like a version of himself. And it's just, and of course, it's ridiculous. It's laughable. The fact that we literally just got confirmation that Rush Hour 4 is actually happening in first of all, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker have both wanted Rush Hour 4. And another actor who wasn't mentioned on this, who is not getting enough love as he should, is the guy who played Glenn, Steven Yeun, who was also playing Invincible in the show Invincible. So the claim that Asian representation is backsliding, as Simu Liu suggests or whines about on Threads, is laughable to say the least, because it's not true by any means. And like I said, he's only whining because he's not getting attention. And he knows his public outbursts on Threads are what gets him attention. Doesn't get him movie roles. Doesn't give any show roles. But people tried to make him a movie star with Shang-Chi. That didn't really succeed. He was also in Barbie, but I can't think of another thing he was in. So I do find it laughable that he's making this big fuss about how Asian representation is backsliding, even though Keep in mind, one of the biggest performing movies of, what was it, 2023? So Godzilla Minus One came out 2023 and was probably one of the most successful movies of the year. And it had an entirely Asian-based cast, Asian-based crew. It was entirely Asian-based. It was made in Japan, and it was one of the most successful movies in America of the year. So, for him to sit here and whine about how it's not happening. Also, to keep in mind, Kei Hui Kwan, I'm probably mispronouncing his name, and I'm not going to sit here and deny that I'm not mispronouncing it. He also had a prominent role in Loki. And like Michelle Yeoh also won awards because of Everything Everywhere All at Once, and the fact that they're both her and Bowen Yang are in Wicked for Good, which is a guaranteed success in a movie. And like I said, Jackie Chan returning in Rush Hour 4, and it was also in Karate Kid Legends, which I don't know how good that movie performed, but to say that there's no Asian representation, or that it's collapsing, or that it's backsliding, as he says, is just retarded. It's stupid. It's baseless. There's no consistency in that statement. And of course, one of my favorite actors is Steven Yeun. Not because of not at all because of Walking Dead. In fact, I didn't start watching Walking Dead until like maybe 2-3 years ago. I tried getting into it multiple times, but I fully sat down and started watching. I think I got up to season 3. I got up to the season where the governor is, but I didn't finish that season. But anyway, Steven Yeun is actually a really talented actor, and he's also playing Invincible, and he does a damn good job playing Mark. And it's great, dude. I mean, genuinely, he's a great actor. He deserves a lot more success. In fact, he was also in that movie where it was like, what it was like these two people, like they had this like hate rivalry towards each other, and I don't remember the name of it, but I know people said it was a good movie. It was all right. I just do not remember the name of it. And there's that show that came out that has the guy who played Asian Jim from The Office, which that's the only thing I don't remember his name. And then also Terminal List. The love interest is also, and the fact that season 2 is coming out sometime next year, hopefully. Oh man, that's gonna be great. There is no backsliding of Asian representation at all. It's just Simu Liu is whining because he's not getting roles, because he's unlikable. He's not talented, and it's funny that we all know why he's whining. We all know why. But anyway, I want you guys to let me know what you'll think about this in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and share on your preferred social media platform. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, and God bless.